is up, YouTubers and Star Wars fans around the globe? This is Sonic Ranger coming back with some more Star Wars The Force Awakens 6-inch Black Series action figure reviews. And today I'm going to do a 2-in-1. Unless you count this little guy over here, then that'd be 2.5. My decision to do this is just because these characters right here that you are seeing have a similarity, at least on the packaging. Maybe somewhere in The Force Awakens this will be more clear, but for now we'll take a quick look at the packaging of these two characters, which is right here. And these characters are none other than Finn and Rey, who also comes with BB-8, the droid, that cute little dude. But yeah, what you're seeing here is pretty much what you saw with Kylo Ren's review. It's the same as your standard packaging for the brand new Star Wars Black Series figures. But if you look very carefully at the names, they have a certain comparison here. Jakku, something like that. I don't know what that's representing here. Is that representing their name or something? Could it possibly be the name of their planet? They're from this same planet? I don't know. I do not know. We could take a quick look at the back just to see if there's any more information about this. Trained warrior desperate to escape his past, Finn is plugged into adventure as his drives him down a heroic but dangerous path. No? Alright, let's check Rey's out. The world of Jakku. Oh, okay. Alright, so they're from the same planet. Well, now that makes sense. Here's BB-8's bio, by the way, right there. And that's that. So now that the packages are out of the way, let me just pick up Rey because she has some stability issues, unfortunately. Especially on this unstable background that I've got going here. Stand up, Rey. Rey! There. Okay. Yeah, okay. So, if you will just stay right there, we can continue with the review. Alright, so I'm going to start it off obviously with the hero of this movie from what it looks like, Finn. This looks pretty close to the character. I forget the actor's name. It's on the tip of my tongue. I just can't spell it out for some reason. But, nonetheless, Hasbro did a pretty good job in the sculpting department. It's not perfect. It's not real scan technology, but it's pretty good. What else can I say? I mean, it's close to the actor's likeness. There's really not much to talk about because I pretty much got all the excitement out with Kylo Ren of how much of a great figure that guy was. But, I mean, everybody else is just like, meh, to me. I mean, don't get me wrong, they're great figures, and they're probably great actors, but to me, the novelty of these things have just worn out. Not saying that Black Series is getting stale again, I'm just saying for now, I've already had my taste of great experience, and that all came with Kylo Ren. Everybody else is just one and the same in terms of what I like. But, yeah, I'm sorry it sounds disappointing, but it's just the truth. But anyway, I've given you enough time to look at all the detail of this figure, except for the bottom. So, what can I say about this character's design? He's wearing black on black with, I guess, a gold jacket, maybe a tannish jacket. I don't know. It looks gold to me in some of the lighting. It's pretty bright in this room, by the way. So, there's not much going on, so let's just get to his articulation. Start off with the ball-jointed head. It's kind of limited. It's not because of the collar of the jacket. It's just because of the way that the head is sculpted. But it is a ball joint. It does move up and down a little bit, but it is very hindered. At least on my figure. Swivels. So you got some range of play. Arms are universal, as you can see. No bicep swivel, unfortunately. They're doing away with that. No double jointed elbows, which kind of sucks. I guess that's the way that it's going to be from the Black Series from now on, which is really degrading to me. I really don't like that. I mean, these are some great figures, and you can get them in a lot of poses, but the posing could be a hell of a lot better if they would just leave the double jointed elbows. Ugh. Anyway, Wrist rotation, as you can see, swivels, folds in and out. On this side, what does it do? What does it do? What's that joint pointing at? Oh, okay, it's different. So it's asymmetrical. One side folds in and out, the other side pivots up and down like so. So it's back to the standard Black Series wave. So, okay, I guess that's alright. There's a swivel right here in this cut at the upper part of his body, and it's kind of hindered. A little stiff on my figure. Ball jointed legs go up, back, in, and out. Not much. Swivel right here at the thigh. Double jointed knee. So that's pretty much it, except for your standard foot joint right here. And some ankle pivot, which is nice. And overall, that's it. That's it for Finn. The only accessory he comes with is his standard blaster that he'll be using in the film. Not just that. I mean, he should have came with the lightsaber, but not to give anything away. But spoiler alert. He really cannot hold it with two hands. I mean, you can try and get his hand to cuff around this section right here of the blaster. And for the most part, it looks pretty good. But it's just without that double jointed elbow, it kills what this figure could have truly been. Now that we got Finn out of the way, let's take a quick look at Rey. And there's not much to talk about with this character. She's a girl. This makes the second female character in the Black Series from what I own so far. I'm not talking about the whole series. I'm just talking about what I've got in my collection. She's the second. The first one being Slave Leia, which I never did review, unfortunately. Anyway, that's it. That's all I know. She is in The Force Awakens. She's a girl. And apparently she has a companion, BB-8. But, yeah, nothing else. Well, I mean, they're from the same planet, but I just realized that during the making of this review, so I didn't know that at the time. So I don't know much about what's going on with The Force Awakens, just like the very next person that is actually reviewing these figures. Now, I could be wrong. Somebody out there could know a lot about The Force Awakens. I don't know how. Everything has been very secretive for quite some time now. But a lot will be explained, I'm sure, in the coming months, especially leading up to the movie's release. But that's really it. There's nothing else to say about these characters, unfortunately. That's why I'm pretty much doing a 2.5 in 1 video review. So, let's just get to the good things about this figure. Sculpting is really nice. Very nice. Very clean. The paint apps are spot on. It could be a little better. Maybe some black watch would help here and there. But overall, I mean, I really do like this. Now, problem I've had with this figure when I first got her, from first glance in the box, she looked pretty good. Taking her out of the box, she had some loose joints I had to fix up myself. And her face was a wreck. A wreck. If you notice, you could probably see some black wash around her hair. Yeah, I had to fix up this figure in some places. I pretty much had to repaint her whole head in a way, because everything was messed up. She had scuff marks on the forehead. The paint of her skin tone was actually bleeding through the hair. It was a wreck. I had to fix all this up. Now, it looks good from what I've done. Could be a lot better had I taken a little more time in consideration, but I just didn't have the time to work on this figure. But I did what I could in the less amount of time that I actually had this week. Anyway, let's get into her articulation. Like I said, with Finn, it's pretty much one and the same, except for maybe 1 or 2 places. So, let's get to it. So, she's got a ball jointed head. She's got a pivoting joint as well that goes up and down. A lot more than Finn. It's kind of stiff still. Universal shoulders. Any direction you so choose. As you can see, she's got a swivel to her elbow. She's got the pivoting up and down. And that's really it for the elbow. I really do miss double jointed elbows, even though the female figures never really do have that. Anyway, wrist rotation, pivoting up and down. Wrist rotation, same thing, pivots up and down, or actually it folds in and out on both hands, so it's symmetrical, not asymmetrical, where one joint's different from the other. Waist rotates. It could probably go a full 360, but I'm not going to force it because I heard a few clickings earlier. Doesn't seem to be doing that now. But yeah, it can also go in and out like that. And the legs, you know, they're ball jointed. Go as far as they can go without the design of her clothes getting in the way. But yeah, thigh swivel, which is nice. Knee swivel. It's single jointed, 90 degrees, maybe just a little bit more, maybe just a little. And last but not least, the feet. They got that pivoting joint up and down at the ankles and the ankle. For her weapon, she's got a staff. Something. I don't know what it is. It kind of reminds me of one of the weapons that Slave Leia came with in the Black Series, but just a lot thinner and it's got more paint on it. Yeah. So it fits in her hands like a glove, no problem whatsoever. But yeah, that's pretty much going to do it for Rey. There's nothing else to say about her. So let's take a look at her little companion. Rey, stand up. Jeez. Yep. Anyway, here's BB-8. The most adorable droid out of the whole entire Star Wars franchise, apparently. Everybody's going nuts over BB-8's design and how cute he looks. And you know what? He is adorable. It's unfortunate, though, that he really doesn't do anything. He's more of a statue. He's got a little articulation. I mean, his head does pivot up and down, left and right. It does swivel. And it does move like so. But yeah, there's that. He's fully painted from what I can see. Doesn't seem to be anything really missing. He does have a little bit of some blackwashing in the panel lining, which is great. It really makes this figure pop with the details, especially in the face, if you can call that a face. But yeah, this is great. My only issue is that he doesn't really do anything outside of this. He doesn't roll. He can't really stand. He's got balancing issues. Okay, prove me wrong, but yeah, earlier I couldn't get him to stand for anything, but he seems to be doing the job now. But yeah, there you go. He does actually have some heft to him, by the way, just to let you know. But there you go. That's pretty much the Black Series so far of what I've reviewed. There's your size comparisons between all these figures, and as you can see, Kylo Ren being the best figure is actually the tallest, which makes sense because Adam Driver is a pretty tall person in real life. So there you go. I do have plans to finish reviewing the rest of the figures, that being the Stormtrooper and, you know, Chewbacca. So if you have any questions or comments, you know what to do. Just leave them down below. Anything else that you would like me to know about these characters, feel free to leave it in the comments section, please. And until the next video review, this is Sonic Ranger signing out. Thanks for watching, and I will see you whenever you see me.